Good afternoon. Today is January 31st, 2014, which means that I was born 80 years ago, and that's quite a milestone. I often wonder what would Mengele think, since he said 69 years ago, in August of 1944, that I had only 2 weeks to live. I have proven him wrong, and now I am trying to do something with that life. I think it's been a wonderful life, mostly, and not wonderful because the world handed me all the good things, but because my mother, and maybe genetically, I am endowed with tremendous optimism and with a desire to not just breathe the air, but give back something to society that would be worthwhile. And sometimes people ask me, how does it feel to be 80 years old? I said, number one, I do feel it in my joints, particularly. The legs don't work quite as well as they used to. My shoulders don't work as well as they used to. Actually, the right shoulder doesn't work at all. But I was roughed up and arrested. Now I'm going to tell you another interesting little thing. I was arrested in the Capitol Rotunda in 1986 because I believed then, as I believe today, that there should be an open hearing on what happened to Mengele, how did he escape persecution, and that remembering the Holocaust, it's not enough. I think that we should always strive to reach the truth. We cannot cover up things that happen. But this is the reason that my right shoulder doesn't go any higher than that one, basically. Well, that's okay. I have learned to compensate, and I love my life. I like who I am. I like what I have been able to do from being that undesirable human being, as the Nazis called us. I succeeded in beating them at what they said, because they did not. I am now a person who has forgiven the Nazis, not because they deserve it, but I believe that I deserve to live free of what they imposed on me. And I believe that everybody deserves to live free from what society or life imposes on them. So what they did, it was a long time ago, and it doesn't bother me anymore. I get up every morning, I'm so excited. Wow, it's going to be another exciting day. Maybe I'll meet somebody might call me. Oh, I get a lot of emails from young students wanting to do research. And so I said, to be 80 years old and to be in demand, and also to be able to help young people understand history and inspire them, that is wonderful. What would anybody want? My words seem to help other people. And I always say that if we want to live a meaningful life, it's not how much money I have in my bank, which would be nice if I had $1 million. I would donate it right to the museum, but I don't have that. But I have a lot of good ideas. I have a very strong determination to not give in to hopelessness and despair, and that helps other people. So we all can do something, and if I am today at all in demand from young people, from schools, from doctors who want to understand Nazi medicine, and from people who just like to help me, young people everywhere, I think because I have a very positive attitude. Instead of sitting at home and rocking away in my chair and feeling sorry for myself, I get up every morning at 5 a.m. I try to be at the museum by 9 or 10. Then I go for physical therapy, physical fitness, and depending on how many lectures I have that week, I have at least 2 sessions of physical fitness and 2 of physical therapy. And I think that's a wonderful way to live. For young people are amazing. They can sense very well who is real and who is phony. And there is nothing phony about what I think, what I feel, and what I do. It's all very real. And they like that. Young people need that. And they like to be around me. So I am surrounded usually by young people. I would say if I would ask anybody, what do you want in your life? You want people to appreciate who you are and what you say. And I feel that in my case, that definitely happened at age 80. So now I am looking forward to being alive for the next decade. So I would celebrate in 10 years my 90th birthday, and then 10 years after that, my 100th birthday, and then 11 years after that, celebrate my 111th birthday. Sounds nice, 111. Because I would like to go back to Auschwitz also at the 100th anniversary of the liberation of the camp. It's a strange little goal, but I have a lot of volunteers who want to push my wheelchair because I don't believe that I will be able to walk, but if I can walk, that would be even better. So these are my goals. I also would like, anybody hears me, I would like to have a museum that's a little bit bigger than what we have now, and it's well endowed with funds. So, should I not be able to raise money for the museum could continue because I believe that that is something that this community needs, and many other communities seem to benefit from it. So, if you have any extra change, or if you want to support the idea of a museum that would have a forgiveness garden, just look at our website, find our donate box, and you can donate. I'm not going to talk about donations anymore, but I was talking yesterday. A gentleman called me from Bloomington. I don't remember his name. And he said to me, I think about you every day. I said, oh my goodness, what? I said, really? Why is that? He said, well, I use your ideas of forgiveness in my work. I said, that's interesting. What is your job? He said, I'm a hypnotist. Oh, he said, could you hypnotize some people who have a lot of money to help me build that big museum so they could write a check for $1 million? He said, I have never been asked that before. I said, well, what do you use your hypnotism for? He said, I'm trying to hypnotize people to come in touch with their true self so they could get rid of the pain that tragedies imposed on them so they could learn to forgive. That is the reason I found it interesting. People use forgiveness in many ways. Tomorrow we are going to have what I decided to call it, and I write about it, Big Birthday Bash, which in other words, shortly, it's BBB. And we are going to have over 200 guests who are coming to hear a speaker, and our speaker, it's a very interesting person. His name is Carl Wilkins. He was the only American stationed in Rwanda in 1994, but the genocide started there, and he decided to stay to see if he could help save some people, and he did. He was in a missionary work, and so he's going to be speaking tomorrow at my birthday. about his experiences while the genocide was going on. And we are going to also dance the Hora, which is an Israeli folk dance. I like to be happy. I even danced the Hora in Auschwitz on the selection platform. And some people, when they see me dance the Hora on the selection platform, they think that's blasphemy. And I said, why? The Nazis took away everything from here, from me on that selection platform in 1944. By dancing it, I am reclaiming the joy for life that was taken away from me. It's a simple dance. Those people who do not know, you can Google it and you will see there a little YouTube video showing you basically people holding hands and kicking their heels up to a sound of a music. It's very simple. No need to take any dancing lessons for that. But I found that while people dance, they really cannot be sad. And so I want people to join me and experience something different. So that is, and I also, of course, hope that these people who are going to be dancing, they will become our friends and supporters of the museum. We want everybody to enjoy what we are doing and see the value in it. So that is my little message for my 80th birthday. I will be back before my 90th birthday.